And welcome back once again. Pure Hockey on Campus. Bernie Corbett flying solo here this week. Glad that you could join me. Paul McNamara will be back with us next week for our final show of 2010. And in our USHL slot here tonight, we have a guy that's been around the USHL for a number of seasons, really seen the growth, the exponential growth of the league firsthand. Bliss Littler, the head coach and GM of the Omaha Lancers. Bliss, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, Bliss, we're talking about your resume, and it's one that has a very rich history with the USHL. You had opportunities to coach previously and to work as a GM, and had a great deal of success with the Tri-City Storm. And now your third season in Omaha, your 10th in the USHL altogether for your body of work of your career. And you've been a guy that really has firsthand see this league grow into such a colossus that it is in influencing hockey and being such a tremendous feeder system for Division I ranks.
Well, thank you. It's been really exciting in the time I've been in the league, just watching it grow. Where I think it was my first or second year, it got the Tier 1 status, and the league got a little bit younger. And as it got younger, people were real nervous that would the fans would they still be there to watch, and would the quality drop? Well, the quality went up. We went from 50 to 70 scholarships to, right now I think 240 commitments. So definitely we've gotten better players in the league, and we continue to have more players that are taken in the NHL draft. Where I think it just speaks very well of our league right now.
Well, you got a guy, Seth Ambrose, you speak of the NHL, and he is very highly rated currently for the upcoming NHL draft. And just talk a little bit about him. He's only 17, but he's playing in his third USHL season. So there's a guy that's going to be battle-tested by the time he gets to the college ranks with the Gophers.
Yes, the Gophers, they're going to get a pretty complete hockey player. That Seth made a big commitment that you don't see it very often, where a 15-year-old's good enough to play in the league. But he came out here as a 15-year-old, and by the holiday break, he was playing on one of our top two lines and playing with a kid that's at Boston College right now, and Pat Mullane, and played with first-round draft pick in Louis LeBlanc, where he earned his way onto that line. And he played a lot of minutes that year. Was one of our better players last season, and this year he's having a good year. He's doing very well, and again we're awful proud of him. That we expect that he'll hear his name called on the first day of the draft this year.
8 returning players from last season. You also have another third-year player. That's really a rarity to have a couple of guys in their third year. Nick Otto, who is a native of Omaha, and a guy I suspect he probably grew up following the Lancers pretty closely as a young guy.
Yes, Nick did. He played most of his youth hockey here, and then moved away to play for the Russell Stover program in Kansas City. I believe he's a draft pick of the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Had two good years for Coach Carlson over there, and we ended up trading for him, and we thought he'd be going to college this year, and it just turned out that it's going to be another year, and he has plenty of schools talking to right now, and we're excited for him that all his hard work it's starting to pay off for him.
And a guy that's solidified things, stabilized your defense. Ben Marshall was just named the USHL Defensive Player of the Week, and right up near the top of the ranks in the league, excellent plus 12, and he's a draft pick of the Detroit Red Wings from last spring.
Well, Benny, he hurt his wrist this summer in the Detroit Red Wings camp. So he missed out on a lot of training towards the end of the summer, and missed all of preseason, got going the first week of the regular season. So he's just coming into his own right now. That I think his best hockey for us, hopefully it's coming after the holiday break. But he's starting to play very well, and we're real excited about Ben as a player. And he's another one that we took in our futures draft. It must have been 3 years ago. we've been waiting to get him here, and we've tried every year to get him out here, and we feel pretty fortunate to have him this year. And we know that Minnesota's getting a heck of a defenseman.
You got 11 players currently committed to Division I college programs. 3 of them are going to be Ivy Leaguers down the road. Jonathan Liao, Aaron Ave, both going to Princeton, and Tom O'Regan, which is a very familiar name to me, considering that I went to Boston University with his father, and he's one of my best friends. So hopefully Tom's doing well out there. I've known him since he was a baby.
Yes, Tom's playing very well. He's learning to compete every shift, and he definitely has a lot of offensive ability. And as the season continues to grow, I'm guessing his responsibilities will continue to grow also. But he's doing a nice job. There's always a little friendly rivalry in the locker room between the Princeton and Harvard guys.
That raises the overall grade point average of the team too. Those SAT scores go up; they skyrocket when you got that influence.
Oh, that's for sure.
And you lost several players from a year ago, and one of which, the Player of the Year, Matt White, who just moved across town to the University of Nebraska, Omaha. And Bliss, that's one question. You've got a unique situation with the Lancers and the Mavericks sharing the town and having I know it was very close symmetry between the two programs. Dave Quinn, another very good friend of mine, background at Boston University, who coached at Nebraska, Omaha, and when Mike Hastings was in charge of the Omaha program for a number of years. And that gives you kind of a unique perspective to have a D1 college and now under the direction of Dean Blaze right in the backyard of a USHL flagship team.
Well, boy, they're sure having a nice year right now, and I've been out to watch them play a couple of times, and they're a fun program to watch right now. They play awful quick, and their guys compete hard. For us, it is nice. As a coach, I like to jump over and be able to watch them practice. And again, I've known Dean Blaze, for over 20 years, and Mike Hastings, Mike Gensel, the whole staff. They're all great people and outstanding hockey coaches, and it is nice that you do get to bump into each other now and then. And it's great to see that they're having a lot of success right now.
He inherited a program, a tremendously successful, consistent program, a true program that raises the bar very high. 25th season in the USHL for the Lancers. 21 consecutive playoff appearances, 7 Clark Cup titles as playoff champions, 5 Anderson Cup titles as regular season champions. And we talk about the number of Division I players that are produced up and down the ranks of the USHL. You also have 12 Lancer alumni that are currently playing in the NHL. And when you couple that with the fact that you have a new building on the horizon, that's probably not going to hurt you in terms of keeping it going there for the Lancers. That's a couple of very big assets for you, Bliss.
Well, yes, thank you. Again, it's humbling at times. I think of the great players that have come through here, and when we walk on the ice at the Civic Auditorium, we see the banners that are there, and I think about the coaches that have come before me, and Frank Serratori set the bar very high. Then came Mike Gensel, and Gensel set it high, and what Mike Hastings did with it is incredible. Just there's a banner with Hastings' name on it, and with his record and the success that he had, and they definitely set the bar extremely high. It's something that when players come here, you just tell them to embrace it. That you're part of something that we think it's awful special to play in the USHL, and we're a little biased in Omaha that we think this is one of the true special places to play junior hockey in all of North America.
Well, Bliss, we want to wish you continued success. Won 4 of your last 5 in a very competitive conference, and you've got some more hockey to be played before you get to the USHL. It's a little bit of a holiday break for everybody, so enjoy that. And I suspect we'll probably be talking again either on our program here or this week in the USHL, and we look forward to that. So best of luck to you and your Lancers, Bliss.
Bernie, thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Bliss Littler, the head coach and GM of the Omaha Lancers, our guest in our USHL slot on Pure Hockey on Campus.